Hey, what is up, guys and gals? Julian RH15 here, back again with another video. And today we'll be discussing some heroes or villains I would like to see added to the roster for Marvel Rivals. If you don't know what Marvel Rivals is as a game, think Overwatch and Marvel Heroes, and that's Marvel Rivals. I'm not gonna lie, but it looks more destructive. And there's a lot going on. It's PC only right now. We don't know if it's gonna come to consoles. There's been potential that it could, but right now it's PC only. We have the private alpha test next month. Hopefully I get it, get access. I don't know if many of you know, but I am big into Marvel and DC, mostly DC, but Marvel's there too. And I like Overwatch a lot. Like a lot. I know I haven't posted Overwatch 2 content in a long time because the start of that game has to be studied. But we're here to talk about Marvel Rivals, the brand new hero shooter coming to PC only. So I'm going to talk about some heroes or villains I would like to see added. I said that. From the very few minutes of gameplay, I think like a minute of gameplay we saw of this game, it looks a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, there's a bunch of crazy team ups you can do. I like the roster. There's a bunch of deep cuts in there. I like to see where the game goes because it's made by a mobile studio, so I don't know how much we can trust it, but hey, mobile games are sometimes more fun than the console port it's taken after. So anyways, here are 4 characters I want to see in Marvel Rivals. I'm gonna use Overwatch gameplay in the background to demonstrate some of the abilities I'm talking about. Marvel Rivals is gonna be in third person though, and it's gonna have team up moves, so it's gonna be different from Overwatch, but there's still gonna be a bunch of comparisons to Overwatch. Here's the first character I want to see in Marvel Rivals. Gambit from the X-Men is my first pick here. A more range down type of character because anything he touches on a molecular level can turn to explosive. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And also the X-Men show's popping off right now, and I think they would like to capitalize on that. Also, I want to see more X-Men in the game. We have the New Mutants also in the game, which is actually kind of crazy. For his moves, for everybody's moves in this video, I have 2 abilities and an ultimate and a primary fire. I didn't really go into like the passive and some other abilities you can use because I think a lot of these characters that we saw in the trailer have like more than 2 abilities. Also different transformations, which is actually really cool. To keep it simple for the rest of these picks, 2 abilities, ult, and primary fire. So for Gambit's primary fire, it's a lot like Genji's like straight shuriken shot, but with his cards. Explosive card, so it does a lot of damage. It's a 3 burst, and I think overall it's just to spam out damage. That's all that primary fire does. Gambit's first ability will be the explosive bow staff, so think of Rissa when she throws her javelin, but with Gambit's case, he will throw his bow staff, not pull staff, bow staff, and then once it sticks on someone, it explodes. It explodes no matter what, so you can like hit the ground and still like an AoE, like explosive damage. So yeah, there are classes in Marvel Rivals, but I don't necessarily know what they are. There's like I see one support kind of, one's a straight damage. Maybe that's a tank or heavy, and I think another one's like recon or defense. So I didn't classify none of the classes for any of these characters I choose. I just made the character ability list. Back to Gambit. Second ability will be his staff vault. So you know how pole vaulters in the Olympics, go up in the air. I want that for Gambit as like an ability just to get some air time, get some mobility because I like mobility heroes in Overwatch, so I thought Gambit could use one to have mobility and have a chance of winning fights. Gambit's ultimate ability is called Royal Flush. That is what I named it. His bow staff / explosive staff is planted on the ground and creates 3 AoE molecule blast that does heavy damage. It has like 3 bursts and then big damage pops up. It's like a big circle. You can move around while this ultimate's active. It's just a big put down boom, does damage to anyone around it. And you can move and evade. You still do your primary fire, but it's only your primary fire that you can use because you have no bow staff. And from what I saw, Spider-Man's most likely the mobility character to use. If they don't have another one, I want Gambit to be the other mobility character. Also, Gambit's cool, and add more Gambit to more stuff because Gambit's a cool person. He's never in the X-Men movies, really. He's been like in one. He was supposed to have a movie, and that got shut down. Add Gambit to more things, please. Another character I want in Marvel Rivals is Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom's primary fire can be compared to Winston's Tesla cannon, but his first Tesla cannon shot, where his Tesla cannon's like, if you get close, you get electrified. I want that for Dr. Doom with his like gauntlets that he has on his arms and just does a bunch of lightning damage, you would say. His first ability will be called Doom Bot. It's just a bot that if you destroy it, you get pinged for everyone on your team. So you know where the enemy team's at, or at least one of them. because the chances of you shooting the same bot at the same time is kind of low. But if you do shoot the Doom bot, you get pinged. And why would you shoot the Doom bot? Well, this Doom bot has the ability to walk forward and capture point. It will always go forward in a straight line. If you do shoot it, you get pinged. So you kind of have to shoot it because you don't want that thing to be contesting the point. It's a weird ability, but I'm thinking like, okay, could you use for recon and intel, and we need more of that in this game in case we don't have it. Again, I'm working with like a minute of gameplay footage we saw, so I don't know if there's a character that already has that ability, but I want to see more people with like recon abilities, you know? His second ability can be compared to Sigma's Grasp, where he has like a corrupt distortion. It's like where you shoot him, he'll gain health or shields. I don't think shields are in this game. I think it's just health. So he'll get health back if you shoot him, and there's also a damage reduction when he does it. So he does get instantly killed. Dr. Doom's ultimate is called God Emperor, which is a reference to his god status, I believe, in Marvel Secret Wars, the comic, the new one. I think that came out not recently, like 2016. I think it came out. I want to see God Emperor Doom. It'll be a big transformation, turn into his like white cloak. And for this ultimate, he has a 1.5 damage buff, 3 Doom bots he can call out, Corrupt Distortion, it has a 1.5 healing buff, infinite ammo, and it lasts for 8 seconds. It's just a big power buff throughout the whole kit of Dr. Doom, and just make him like, you know, a monster and a force to be reckoned with. So those 8 seconds are pretty deadly, and you can still kill him. Dr. Doom needs to be in more media. He's not in movies. He's been in the Fantastic Four movies, of course, but that's not really saying much. He's a good villain, and he should be in this game. I feel like also with this gameplay, not gameplay, the graphic design of this game, I feel like he'll fit right next to like Magneto and Loki, some of the bigger villains in like the Marvel universe. So add him to the game. Also, that'll be hold up. I just realized is it Latveria? Latveria, whatever you call it, his place would be a cool map to play on as like a payload or something. Add Dr. Doom to the game. I think it'll be really, it'll boost some sales. It'll boost some sales. All right, next up on this list is Ghost Rider. They did add him in what was that recently? Midnight Suns. He was a big character in that one. But add Ghost Rider to Marvel Rivals. Realistically, it could be any Ghost Rider. I think there's multiple Ghost Riders. I can't remember the name right now. But I would like Johnny Blaze, me personally. But I know there's the one with the car. I can't remember his name right now. And there's also like a cowboy Ghost Rider. There's been a lot of Ghost Riders. I read like the first issue of like his recent. Like, okay, whatever. I'm getting sidetracked. His primary fire could be compared to Reinhardt's hammer. So yeah, Ghost Rider will have a fire chain that acts like Reinhardt's hammer, where he's a melee character, and you have to get up close and personal to do any type of damage with him. Ghost Rider's first ability is Chain Hook. So think of Roadhog, but with Ghost Rider. You know how Ghost Rider used a lot of his, chain Hellfire chains? This one will do basically the exact same thing as Roadhog. Pull him in close, you do massive damage. It only makes sense for him to have that in his kit. His second ability is called Mortar Teleport. Now this is completely new. Nothing in Overwatch is like this. He'll have a teleport that can go straight forward just for himself by using his motorcycle, because he can like teleport shortly in bursts when he's like with his motorcycle. And if he teleports straight, there'll be a fire trail behind. So if you see like a line of enemies, someone with a shield or something, and you teleport like straight through them, there'll be hellfire damage below them. That's like they're gonna take damage, and you're gonna be behind them as a flank. I think it's a cool ability. I don't think anything like that in Overwatch is a thing besides Symmetra's teleport, but it doesn't leave like a trail behind that does damage. I think it'll be really interesting if they have that. Ghost Rider's gonna play like a frontliner. I don't know what the class system is in this game, so I really don't know what to call these people. I don't know, like a tank or not. But yeah, Ghost Rider would be a good like flank route type of character. I think Doctor Strange, from what I saw, is like the closest thing to that. And I don't think anyone in this game has firepower from what I saw. So yeah, if they had to be a fire character, make it Ghost Rider. All right, for this last one, I have Sam Wilson, Captain America. Let me preface this. I do think Captain America, Thor, Black Widow is going to be in this game eventually, because those are big names to leave out. Like I said, there's some deep cuts. There's some weird picks. Like Elsa, oh no, not Elsa, Jesus, Elsa. You know why I say Elsa? Because of Frozen. Luna Snow, that's a random pick. She's from a game, and then they put her in the books. Very weird pick. But like I said, Sam Wilson, Captain America. It might happen because also there's a movie coming out very, very soon. So they might do, some cross promotion. Games like to do that. For Sam Wilson's Captain America, his primary fire will be shield toss that can ricochet off walls, so it can do more damage. And you'll have a secondary fire with a charged shield toss that does major damage, but of course it's called a charged shield shot. I'm sorry, there's so many words to say here. Charged shield shot will do like a sniper type of damage, because it can hurt you. If you hold down on jump, you can get into a wing flight, which is basically like Pharah's like jump bursts and hover jets, I guess. He is a flying character. He does have wings, you know. His first ability is called Shield Charge. Think of Reinhardt's, I guess Maui's Charge now that I think about it, where you just charge into the enemies. You can do it from the sky too, so I think that'll be pretty interesting. You can play vertical if you want, or you can play horizontal, because you can also do it on the ground. His second ability is called Red Wing. If you don't know, Falcon in the comics has a bird called Red Wing. In the movies, I think they made a robotic. I kind of like the robotic route because the bird just doesn't really make sense, and it's kind of weird for Falcon as a character. So Red Wing is a robotic bird that when you can choose an enemy and it will ping that enemy 3 times for your team for intel. Another intel ability. Like I said, I don't know if this game has intel abilities. It's kind of scary. Sam Wilson Captain America Ultimate ability is called All Day. Assemble your team with an AoE leadership that gives your team a speed boost, fast heals, and also cooldown decreases. So I guess think of like a Junker Queen Shout and like a Brigida ultimate at the same time, or a Kuriko ultimate. Just think of like all those into one. That's his ultimate. I think it'd be really cool because he's like kind of the leader of the Avengers, and Avengers Assemble, Team Assemble. I don't know, something like that could work. That could also be for Captain America if he's ever in this game. Yeah, I think adding legacy characters will be an interesting take for this game. It's gonna be rare if they like actually do that as a route, because then how do you like differentiate both legacy characters? But I think they can do that. I think they're capable of doing that because they have Spider-Man and they have his daughter in the game. So it's weird. You get to be Spider-Man and kill your daughter. It's weird. It's a weird situation, but it is an online game. Yeah, put Sam Wilson and Captain America in the game. I wouldn't be mad if they just added Falcon, but I just wanted that extra, oomph, to add a little spice to the game. Anyways, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. Marvel Rivals dropped sometime in May in the alpha test. I hope it's a good game. I hope they actually take a lot of feedback. I mean, they are going to do that, I think, regardless, but I hope they actually take that feedback and utilize it in the game itself before it officially launches. We don't want a multiverse situation. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers. Peace, peaceful people, and goodbye.